मुझे बिल्कुल आइडिया नहीं था एक रैंडम डेटिंग ऐप पर हुई छोटी सी कॉन्वर्सेशन मुझे हमेशा के लिए एक इंडियन फैमिली के व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप तक पहुंचा देगी. When I said to my father, like, okay, I am meeting someone, and he's from India, and my father was laughing. He was like, what? Indian? Are you seriously? During the calls, Buaji, Taiji, they all started to ask me these questions like, आपको इंडिया कैसा लगता है? कितने brothers, कितने sisters do you have? मैं यूक्रेन की वॉर सिचुएशन से बचकर पोलैंड शिफ्ट हुई थी. बस इतना सोचकर कि किसी तरह अपनी लाइफ दोबारा करनी है. मुझे बिल्कुल आइडिया नहीं था एक रैंडम डेटिंग ऐप पर हुई छोटी सी कॉन्वर्सेशन मुझे हमेशा के लिए एक इंडियन फैमिली के व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप तक पहुंचा देगी. Hello guys, my name is Sandra and I was born in Ukraine, raised in Ukraine, and unexpectedly life brought me from Ukraine to India. My story starts from 2014 when my father realized that okay, soon in Ukraine will be a war situation, and that's what happened actually. So he decided to help me to move to Poland, and that's what happened. I started to live from 17 in Poland alone. After some times, I adapted the new culture, I adapted the new language, I adapted the new reality. I found a great job in Poland, but this job required English language. And I'm like, let's start from the beginning. I realized, okay, learning words is a cool thing, yeah? But how about we can practice them? So at that time, I realized, okay, I need some sort of environment, English environment, because all my environment was Polish people, Ukrainian people. There are a lot of Ukrainians in Poland. So I decided, all right, let's matlab, find someone who speaks English. And in 1 week, when I decided that, okay, I'm very open to new people, my husband approached me and we started to talk English. And I remember the situation when there was a first hour meeting, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, wait, where are you from? And he's like, India. And in my brain, I was like, India? I thought you're from Brazil. You look like Brazilian, I'm telling you. We were laughing at least, like a bit, and that's how our conversation started. As soon as I was an immigrant, he was an immigrant. And it happens, you need to manage your documents. And unfortunately, my boyfriend, my future husband at the time, he didn't know that. But he had to go to India. And I thought at that time, I thought like, okay, it's probably over. But surprisingly, he continued to speak to me, to chat with me, to send me messages. And that's how we emotionally connected through phone. Yeah, and when he came back to India, we met and we realized like, okay, we know enough to maybe even make a decision to be as a partners, and that's what happened. We collected the full information about us, and that's it. I discovered, for example, that he had a big family, which was lacking in my side. I had very small family, and I was very curious to learn from his side. Oh, how does it mean to be in a big family, When the time came to introducing him to my family, it was very funny, and the reactions were pretty different from my mom and from my father. My mom was very supportive all the time. She was very happy. And when I said to my father, like, okay, I am meeting someone, and he's from India, and my father was laughing. He was like, what? Indian? Are you seriously? Like, you cannot, it's far culture. Can you imagine your life like this? Do you understand where you're going? Do you understand? Like, he started to be protective as a father, yeah? And when they met, My father was on the war at the time. He's a military. And we were planning that his side, my side, they will come together in one place, yeah, and we will introduce each other to everyone, yeah. So, but unfortunately, plan is plan, life is different thing, yeah. So my father came a little bit earlier because his parents couldn't manage, yeah, this time. And my father came. They meet each other with my future husband, and they loved each other. My father completely changed the opinion about, I think, Indian people. So thanks God, my father and him, they accepted each other. It was very nice to see this, and there was no problems, from my side. But I know for a fact that there was a small situation from his side, because I know that in Indian families, yeah, it's very important to have arranged marriages. Yeah, it's very traditional way. So my future husband father, he was asking like, "Are you sure?" Because maybe actually we'll make arranged marriage. It will be much more like easier, safer, much more understandable. And but that's why I love my husband. He's doing how he wants to do. I respect this, and he chose me, even when there were some sort of things from the family, like warnings from family that, oh, maybe you'll have to think twice. So but when we decided to meet his parents in Italy, and it was nice moment. I remember I was flying on plane, and I was nervous like this. I was like, oh my God, this is my first time to meet somebody's parents like this. I landed in Italy, and my husband took me from airport, and on the way, I was like, we have to do something about this shaking because I'm too nervous. And in advance, I knew that his parents doesn't speak English. I remember this moment when I was entering the house. There were standing two very cute people, um, with men with a short kurta. It wasn't long. And woman with a traditional, I think Sharara was there, and some kurta long also, and my sister-in-law, the only person who was speaking English, by the way, and me and my husband. And I remember entering, I'm smiling because I don't know what else to do at this point. And I'm taking these hands in this position, and that's what I can say is just like, yeah, namaste. And they responded also with namaste. Father added ram ram, and I'm like, okay, this we have to learn also. And yeah, and that's how slowly we started to kind of go into each other's spaces. After some time, after a couple of conversations, couple of pizza, a couple of roti and everything, we went back to Poland. And I remember father was sitting, and he was like, he put his hand on the table, and he's like, we have to marry. We have to make this marriage happen. Traditional Indian father, he started to call every taiji, every buaji, and introducing me to them via phone. And we spent like 6 hours of just talking and seeing at each other through phone. They were asking questions during the calls. Buaji, Taiji, they all started to ask me these questions like, "Aapko India kaisa lagta hai? Kitne brothers, kitne sisters do you have?" And they started to ask me, "Apno Indian khana kaya?" So there was time for Indian wedding. It was my first conscious time when I came to India. One time we decided to check out Chandni Chowk situation, and I was that time I think I had real cultural shock because I've seen this type of streets only in the movies. And here is somebody is telling me, okay, you have to choose something for your wedding. And I started to say to my husband, it's like, no, 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 let's go from here super fast because I just I cannot, you know. And my husband reacted for this, like, okay, we are going, but let's first eat chole kulche. And that's where first time in my life, I tried also chole kulche. I didn't eat whole thing, but I tried, and it was actually very tasty. The fact that I will not wear white dress, because usually we wear white dress if you are wedding, you have wedding. I didn't felt sad. I felt like, okay, cool. Let's try red lehenga. And I guess it was the first ritual. I don't know the name, sorry, but I was sitting. There were only ladies. They were singing the song. There was priest taking the red book, and he was writing the names of his side and my husband's side, and the names of my side, brothers, older brothers, and it was very hilarious because I was telling him how my uncle's names sounds, and he couldn't repeat, and he was repeating couples of time, covering this name, and I was like, international relationships is just the whole funny scenario. You're trying to speak my name, I'm trying to pronounce his uncle's names. It was crazy. Then we had to move to another venue to celebrate. We had the whole hotel, and the first ritual was mehendi. We had mehendi. All of us, we chose beautiful hennas designs. Then we moved to wedding destination point. Everyone was together. Everything was in one place. It was very comfortable, and we had haldi. Everyone was yellow. After this craziness, we went to Sangeet. I was very worried, by the way, because we prepared 2 dances with my husband. On the next day, in the night, it was like very early. For me, it was very surprisingly that you have to have a feira. It's like the main thing in Indian wedding. In the morning, like at 4 a.m. The priest came. He was speaking in Hindi, and he was translating to English. And we were having these 7 circles, everything like traditionally. Not even one ritual. We didn't miss anything. We did exactly how it have to be in Indian weddings. After the wedding, we stayed in India for some time, and we were living with parents. Mom-in-law came to me, and she was saying something in Hindi, and then "Doodh" in the end. And I'm like, Sonaji, did your mom call me dude? And then I realized that mom was asking if I want to have a milk. And I'm like, all right, okay. And, and sometimes these words can be, somehow connected, and it can be very hilarious. I started to create content because every day we were facing such interesting scenarios, situations. We were even smallest thing like comparing each other language, in a different situations. We had so much fun in these international relationships that I decided just to share this love with other people, the real situation with other people. And that's how actually our content creation story started. Just, sharing a little bit of our life. If you feel like you are in love with someone not from your culture, don't listen to anyone who never experienced this. Because if your heart feels that you like this culture, you like this person, just don't listen to anyone. I'm telling you, because your heart is saying the truth, and you have to follow and be brave with this and be strong with this, because life is too short and boring to do boring things sometimes. Thank you so much, Dhanyavad, Josh Talk, for inviting me, for giving me this nice opportunity to talk about my story. Maybe it will be very inspiring for someone, and I think we did a great job together.